Report story. Note from future Kenny Boy, I'm so sorry for these 3 chapters. Things go back to normal after them. Ochako's paw. I yawn as I walk downstairs. My hair was a mess, eyes watery from the yawn, and honestly I wished I was back in bed. However, even with all that, I still couldn't keep the smile off my face. Last night was actually perfect. Too perfect. Was it even real? I looked down to my chest to see the silver necklace dangling. It was real. Izuku Midoriya, the boy I had a crush on since the beginning of the school year, was my boyfriend. I giggled to myself as I started twirling around, making my way to the kitchen. I opened the fridge, looking for mochi to start the sweet day with a sweet unhealthy breakfast. Nothing could bring down this day. Sue, what happened? A voice shouted. I close my eyes and scrunch up my nose. Of course Mina would ask. This early in the morning too. She doesn't waste any time. I lift my head from out the fridge with an awkward smile. Oh, you know, the usual. I say, trying to sound as normal as possible. Don't. Oh, normal. Me Ochako, I know, is that a necklace? I flinch at her noise and look around, hoping no one heard her. Thankfully no one was in the common room. Mina, SSHHHH. I make a shushing gesture with my finger to my lips. I don't want everyone to know. Ochako. All the girls know. We helped you get dressed, remember? Mina had a point. In fact, a very good point. It was kind of mean to ask for their help, take their clothes, and then lie to them about how everything went. I grab a water bottle from the fridge instead of mochi. Look, I'll tell you all about it later, okay? With all the girls, we can have a girls' night. But it's really early, and Izuku and I got back really late last night. Ooh, already on a first name basis, I see. Mina. Fine, fine, but you better give me all the details later, promise. Mina said, holding up a pinky. I smile tiredly. Promise. I hold up my own. Mina and I start walking back towards our dorms when I see Iida coming down the hall. Iida. Good morning. What are you doing up so early? I ask as brightly as I could through the tiredness. Iida, however, gave me an empty look. Good morning, Uraraka. I'm on my way to confront someone about something. Goodbye. Iida said shortly. He walked off towards the exit without another word. Mina and I watched him walk out and start using his quirk to head to his destination at an amazing speed. What's got him so uptight today? He isn't usually that cold, especially towards you. Do you think everything is okay? Mina asks me, still looking back at the entryway. It was incredibly hard to believe it would be that cold towards her. What had him so upset? The coldness did seem a bit directed at her. He was in our school's iconic blue training uniform. He must be confronting someone that's usually awake at this time. But who's usually awake this early and already gone? Oh, sorry Mina, I gotta go. I say, running to the door. Wait, what? Is everything okay? What's going on? Mina yelled after me. I told you I would explain later. I called back. I had to hurry, though, with Ida's quirk. He was probably already there. Promoted stories. You'll also like. Shining Light IzuOcha 42.5K 928 Quickless. Normal. No heroes or quirks. So Izuku Midoriya and Ochako Uraraka have been best friends since kindergarten. But when problems in high school try to drift them, Villain Deku, Villain Rehab 10.7K 237 words. 23,820. Izuku was just 14 when he met All Might and asked if he can be a hero, but All Might crushes his dreams and left him on a rooftop, what All Might didn't. Dream on B. K.6.7 K232 downwards arrow tip rightwards, in which a jealous bachelor signs a deal with the devil in order to win over the heart of his first love. Katsuki Bakugo has loved the PR. New rewrite. Symbol of Hope Izuku X Hair. 499 K 8.5 K formerly named Weapon of a True Hero. This is the old version. The new rewrite can be found in Archive of Our Own, under a new name. Red Halo heroes today are corrupted by the Black Lady of the Night. 1.5 K 11A. Vigilante hero was out one night and saw a person fighting a whole group of villains all by themselves, but the problem is that they're badly injured and no one knows. Falling, depressed Deku fanfic complete. 71K 1.3 Kever. Since Izuku Midoriya joined UA High School and settled in, he knew that the League of Villains were after him and his quirk, one for all. However, when the time see, feel fear, my dear 22612 MHA story experimented broken, scared Deku X popular, Rich Uraraka, along with jerk popular, Rich Bakugo, non-villain, non-bad teen Shigaraki, and teen popular Rumi, sort O. Deku's paw. My breath was running out, my arms were sore and my heart was racing. I charge one for all up as I dodge the oncoming fury of attacks. Just barely avoiding them, I jump back a few feet to make distance between my opponent and I. You've been getting slow. Charge up that 20% you've been talking about. He shouts at me, I dunno Ka-chan, I smile at him. I don't know if you can handle that. Quote dot. I charge up to 20% and charge before Ka-chan can raise his hand for any more explosions. I aimed a kick right for his head, but Ka-chan expected it, leaning back and barely dodging out the way. Ka-chan ends up leaning all the way back onto his hands and uses his feet to give me a strong kick to the cheek. That made me fall to the ground. Was that my move? How does it feel to have your moves copied? Ka-chan yells at me, laughing. You know, do you have to scream everything? I ask as I sit up and rub my cheek. I attempt to get up, but my head gets dizzy. That kick must have disoriented me from the force. If Ka-chan hadn't dodged, he would have been even worse than me right now. But, he did make me eat my words. His reaction time is just amazing. Tisk, here. Ka-chan extends a hand out to me, surprised. I take the hand, and he helps me up. Are we gonna continue? I ask, holding my head a bit. Dumbass, I can't fight you at 100% like this. Stop being weak and take me on later. He said, throwing my hand away and walked off with his hands in his pockets. I smile weakly. I think he cares. All Might wasn't here to watch us today. Aizawa had gotten used to the fact that Ka-chan and I have pretty much controlled our fights. As long as we make it to our classes the next day, we are authorized to use the arena without supervision. I cling a bit to my pounding head. Did I hit it when I fell from Ka-chan's kick? I start to head towards. My vision is still a bit blurry before I hear Ka-chan yell at someone. Oi glasses, what are you doing here? Ka-chan asked, giving a blue-haired student a look. I've got a score to settle with Midoriya, so move Bakugo. Oi, we just got done fighting and he's nothing compared to me. If you want someone to fight, then I'll kick your ass. Bakugo said, smoke coming out of his hands. I said move, Bakugo. I'm not interested in fighting you. Iida said with a stern look. His engines on his legs revved. Iida starts walking around and Ka-chan watches. I couldn't tell very well from my disoriented vision, but was that a look of concern on Ka-chan's face? If you hadn't known him as long as I have, you wouldn't have noticed it, but then again I could just be misreading. My head really hurts. Iida walks onto the arena and stands a few feet away from me. Fight me, he simply stated. Iida, what's going on? Why do you want to fight me so bad? I know you want to get stronger like I do, but you've never demanded a fight before. I ask, holding my head. Are there two Iidas? You lied to me, you and Uraraka. My heart sank. Did you think I wouldn't notice? I knew something was going on between you two. Why didn't you tell me? Iida, what are you talking about? Don't play dumb. Did you not think I wouldn't find out? You two have been acting weird together for a while, leaving me out of things. Iida shouted. Ka-chan overlooked, hands back in his pockets while everything unfolded. His eyes were focused strictly on Iida. Iida, are you still playing dumb? I already know. Why do you care so much, you fucking four eyes? Ka-chan yelled from the sidelines. You're being a fucking child. You're not in this, Bakugo. Iida yelled. How did he find out? Ochako and I were gonna tell him together. Ochako wouldn't tell him. We only got officially together last night and we promised to do it together. I see your face. If you're wondering how I found out, I heard Kirishima and Kaminari talking about it from outside Kaminari's door. Talking about clothes. He said, reading my face. My eyes got wide. That was when we were getting clothes together for the date. Was he listening in? No, Iida isn't that type. Kaminari is just loud. I get if you wanted to keep it to yourself, but telling others before me. What if it affected our friendship? You and Uraraka are my best friends. Could you not trust me? Iida yelled, anger in his eyes. I feel tears well up. I didn't know if it was from the pain of my head or from listening to Iida. Maybe both. Iida, I'm sorry, No, it's too late for that. You wanna get stronger anyway, right? Let's settle this. Iida gets into a stance. I stance shakily, trying to refocus my eyes. I did wanna test my skills on Iida's style of fighting anyway. This is just like the time Ka-chan came to me after All Might's retirement. I will take all his anger in. I charge one for all. Iida's engines reverent. Iida charges my way. I jump, preparing for the kick, but my head throbs horribly. I can't react fast enough. Iida's kick hits my legs in mid-air, turning me to my side, kicking me in the stomach, making my fly back. I'm on my knees. I tried to get up as fast as possible, anticipating Iida's kick. I charged to 10% and jumped back and landed, avoiding his kick, but the moment I landed, the world turned upside down, my stomach throbbed and I saw two of everything. I felt my quirk releasing itself. I looked up, Iida is in the air bringing a kick down. I see orange lights from the corner of my eye. I can't stop Iida's kick, I'm gonna. Everything goes black. Ochako's paw. My legs were about to give, my heart was racing, my breathing was heavy. Iida was going to challenge Izuku. How did he find out? We were going to tell him together. I grit my teeth as I sprint to the practice arena. Izuku had told me during our study sessions that he and Bakugo would spare in the practice buildings. Iida was acting off anger, wanting to hit something, even if he wouldn't admit it. It wasn't just Izuku's fault, it was mine as well. Tears start forming in my eyes as I run down the path. Iida is so much faster than me, they're probably already fighting at this point. Fear builds in my chest. What would I do if they were fighting? Those two are amazing in battle, how could I stop them? I have to try, I have to stop this. I turn a bend and see the quirk training facility in sight. I give a final sprint towards the door. I reach for the handle and stop before actually pulling. I bend down and put my hands on my knees. I hear the sounds of engines. They sounded as if they had already started. I run in, forgetting my fatigue. I see they were facing off, Iida revving his engines and Izuku's green energy flowing around him. Something was wrong though, Izuku was already wincing in pain. Iida, Izuku, stop this, I yelled. Iida's eyes darted toward me but immediately focused on Izuku again. Izuku didn't respond, blowing me off entirely. However, he didn't see Iida look at me. If he did, Izuku would have used that as an opening. Something was wrong. I turned towards Bakugo who was watching Iida with concerned eyes. Maybe. Would Bakugo even tell me what's going on? I have to try and ask. Bakugo, what's going on? What's wrong with Izuku? I asked, looking at him. Glasses charged in here demanding a fight with Deku. We had just got done sparring and Deku took a kick to the head. Deku can't fight like that, Glasses hasn't noticed though. Or he doesn't fucking care. He answered surprisingly willingly. He didn't take his eyes off Iida. Deku's hurt. He can't fight like that. Iida. I screamed but it was too late, the fight had begun. Izuku was reacting slower than before, wincing at every form of movement. He got kicked back and Iida charged him. Izuku was down, why is Iida still attacking? Iida, I scream. Bakugo takes his hands out of pockets and I feel the force of an explosion happen next to me. I watch as Bakugo flies towards Iida. It all happened in slow motion, Iida's kick being brought down, Izuku's green energy slowly disappearing, Bakugo enclosing in on Iida with an outstretched hand, sparks flying. Bakugo was too late. The sound of Iida's foot colliding with Izuku's head echoed through the building. Izuku! I yell as Bakugo's explosion goes off, kicking Iida away. I ran onto the stadium towards Izuku, who was now lying unconscious on the ground. Bakugo was standing with his back towards Izuku, staring Iida down, preparing for another assault. Take another step and you die, Four Eyes. Bakugo yells. Iida stands up, the rage in his eyes before he notices Izuku unconscious on the ground. I make my way towards Izuku as fast as I can, crouching down to inspect his head. There was a large lump on top of it. He's still breathing and should be fine. I feel tears running down my face. I look at Iida in anger. Why would you do that? I yell at him, his eyes softening realizing what he just did. He stuttered trying to find the words. You saw he wasn't okay, you knew he shouldn't have fought. I yelled. Iida stands up and takes a few steps toward us but Bakugo's stance gets even more prepared. Iida stops. Sorry. He walks away, jumping off the stadium and out the entrance. I watch as he walks away and then turn my attention back to the unconscious Izuku. I get on my knees and lift his head a bit and lay it in my lap. I see a few tears fall onto his face, dropping from my eyes. I'm so sorry, Izuku. I should have been here sooner. Kenlair here. Drama. Oh boy, I had fun writing this. Poor Iida-kun, he felt left out. I hope you guys enjoyed this chapter and are ready for the next. Kenny boy, where stories live, discover now.